everyone out there. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your melanated queen, your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. You can also call me, Shanae, the queen, the goddess, whatever you like. And today I am using a different microphone, but I think I might switch. You all, I'm using a microphone. It's the Ceremonic. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but here it is. Ceremonic. This is what the box looks like, in case you are wondering. And so I just wanted to test it out and see basically what it sounded like. But because of my voice being so light, I think I'm going to switch back over to the lapel microphone, which I get so tired of holding in my videos, you all. So please excuse me for that. But I just love for my voice to be crystal clear, and I'm a big advocate of really nice sound. I mean, I love music. That was one of my majors. And so therefore sound is very important to me. So I'm probably going to go ahead and switch this out right now. So just let me know what you all think. Okay, so I'm going to switch this. All right. My apologies. All right, but I just feel more comfortable. I think the sound comes in a whole lot better with the lavalier lapel microphone. I might take that actually back to Best Buy if I don't really like it. It's no point in me wasting my money, you all. Today's topic is going to be about the 3D versus the spiritual realm, and I'm pretty sure that you are all familiar with that. We are no strangers to how important the spiritual realm is, and it's a matter of fact, in one of my prior videos, I did say that I wanted to hone in a little deeper on what it's like to be under spiritual attack and spiritual warfare. Because it's very important, you all, to get to know these things. And if you're not familiar with being under spiritual attack, then you're very lucky. But a lot of us that are aware of these issues, it is nothing to take lightly. It is very serious, and it can actually cause much damage to your life, and it can actually destroy your life. But if you have some powerful ancestors, as I do, then they're definitely going to look out for you. So I would like to encourage those out there, if you have ancestors that you're familiar with, go ahead and pay homage to them, uplift them, and actually go ahead and start giving them offerings. So let me get on with the subject matter. I just want you to let you know, die Sonne scheint. Heute ist Montag. Okay, so the sun is shining. Today is Monday. Das Wetter ist sehr nett. The weather is very nice. It's about 64 degrees right now. And as you can see, I have on the red Brown Girls Are Beautiful hoodie shirt. These are available on my website at BGABClothing.com. I'm also going to be taking some letters. I did have a viewer to ask me how could they write in. They have a letter they want me to read, and you can actually get in touch with me at BGABClothing@gmail.com. Again, that's BGABClothing@gmail.com. If you'd like to write into me or send me a letter, we can actually read your letter on here and get some insight into your situation. Okay. I do have a different background because I wanted the sunlight to come in. The lighting was just perfect for this particular scenario, so I decided to do my video at a different location today, you all. Excuse the hair, it's a little dry. I need to wash it, so I'm going to get to that as well. Anyway, let's get on with it, you all. This is something that I wrote this morning, and you can also check me out I do have a podcast on Anchor, and I would love, to get your feedback on some of the subject matter and the topics that we're honing in on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start this off. My dreams are bigger than me, for they extend beyond my generation into my future generation and theirs. Okay, that's a very powerful opening. So let me read that again. My dreams are bigger than me, for they extend beyond my generation into my future generation and beyond theirs. When my child or children look back into their family genealogy, they will know that they've been manifested by a goddess, a true warrior, goddess/heroine. I literally fought spiritually within the spiritual realm for them to be here in this earthly plane. I fought for the time I was Almost 20 years of age, not allowing any peasant-like soul to germinate my seed, not allowing any peasant-like souls to fertilize the life planted within me, fighting through the miserable souls that did not like nor love themselves enough, who took out their self-perceptions on me for being great, for being radiant, charismatic, energetic. I fought and I'm fighting till death to honor what was meant for my life. I am not just a baby mama. I am a spiritual wife. I am a nurturer of souls. I have the ability to grow a man up from being a boy, but I've chosen to wait for a real man to come into my life. And you all, a lot of times when you do this, people would like to say, what's wrong with you? Something's wrong with you. You don't have a man. You need to have a man. A man does not complete you. Just want you to know that you're whole without the man. And as a matter of fact, like I said before, they would not exist without the female. So do not settle for less just because someone is putting you on a time constraint, because they are trying to compare your life. They have not walked in your journey and they do not know the battles you faced. And a lot of times it's better to be whole by yourself than to be broken with someone else. Okay, so let that resonate. Just take care of yourself, remain youthful, and what you have that's meant for you, the universe will send it your way. All right, so let me continue on there because I think someone needed to hear that message. Those, when I'm saying those, I mean a real divine man, a kingly man. They are far few and in between in the 3D realm because the melanated man is so damaged. He does not recognize real from fake, love from hate, good from bad, happy from sad, barely anger from mad. When you are a true goddess of divinity, you will fight many wars. You will be damaged many times over and will have no one to, trying to read my writing, protect you. I'm sorry. I actually wrote this out. You will be neglected, unprotected, damaged, left in havoc. Those are actually lines from my poem entitled Wounded Warrior. Ultimately, she is the one that everyone abandons. They cannot handle her strength. Her power is too much for their false bravado and egotistical souls. She is revered as being too hard when she is soft and gentle as clay. She molds herself according to necessity. She is hardened like concrete when it's time to go to battle. She is trampled upon and is often revered as an enemy of her counterpart, being that the melanated man, of course. Yes, the melanated man hates the melanated woman the most. He thinks he wants the queen of the garden, but really does not have the capabilities of handling her. He realizes her attributes are intimidating, so he resorts to immature antics to manipulate and control the narrative with her, without realizing that he is nothing more than a grown boy, a man boy, if you will, in the words of Tony Gaskins and Rashid Ali. The man boy has been damaged emotionally and has not even dealt with his trauma. And you all, I took pictures, so I'm going to have to pause right here and I'll be right back. For that, I had taken a picture and my hand actually got in the way, so I had to go back and retrieve the document. But I have it here. Okay, where do we leave off? All right, so her attributes are sometimes intimidating to him. And I've actually heard people, these are real stories. This is not me making it up. This is a real thing. Unfortunately, this is the case. And it's sad, it's stupid, but this is, what people deal with. And we have to tolerate it, and it's unfortunate. So let's see, she's intimidating, so he resorts to immature antics to manipulate and control the narrative with her without not realizing that he is nothing more than a grown boy, a man boy, if you will, in the words of Tony Gaskins and Rashid Ali. The man boy has been damaged emotionally and has never dealt with his trauma, so he chooses the queen of the garden only to damage her as well. After so many times, he continues to blame the entire garden, making it seem as though the garden is full of faulty soil, when really he does not know how to nurture the soil properly. He does not know how to nurture her spirit properly, and so he fails miserably. Okay? Let's see. They are unable to... So I say they are unable to reproduce another garden. I am speaking of the melanated man and woman together. They can't reproduce a garden together because the soil is not nurtured properly. So if the soil is not nurtured properly, what type of fruit do you think they will bear? What type of crops do you think they will have? And so the seeds become infertile, and she receives damage, which is internal. Her body succumbs to sickness and disease. She reeks of havoc in her womb, of infertility. Thus, she has ovarian cysts, uterine fibroids, precancerous cells, endometriosis, and the list goes on. This is a real thing, you all. There's actually a video I would like for you all to check out, and I will put it in the description link below, on the Breakfast Club, featuring Queen Afua and Supernova Slum, when she talks about the heart chakra being damaged from prior relationships, and this in turn is reflected within the female body. Okay, so just pay attention to these things, ladies, because your reproductive system can be upset because of a lot of things, a lot of emotional trauma that has been inflicted onto you by relationships and the melanated man, that you may have tried to overlook, you may try to ignore it, you may internalize it, and it all has to go somewhere. And so there it sits right there within your womb, and you can't conceive. And I think a lot of times, if you meet the right man, you meet the right guy, he will relax your body enough to the point of having you fruitful. Okay, being fruitful means you're going to multiply, and once you get to a healthy place, you will have no problems within your internal organs having any issues of the such. So it takes a special type of man to do that, and if you find a man that is going to help you through that process, hold on to him. I know, and shout out to all the men that are actually doing that for their divine feminine woman. Okay, for every soul that has entered her body and left their nasty imprint, she suffers as her body and soul seeks ways to purge the tarnished, tainted impurities left over like souvenirs within her flesh and soul. As he moves on to the next prey and the next victim, and to damage another unsuspecting soul, his ego is too prideful to turn the gun on himself. So he points aim at the divine feminine, lurking and seeking something that he cannot see within himself. He sometimes does not realize the mirror he looks within. She is a reflection of him. He hates what he sees. He resents her for it. He has mishandled her and mistreated her, so he blames her for it. He turns to other man boys for advice and support. Man boys whom have no potential wife, no family, but are simply that. Still boys mentally trying to find their way in life. Stupidly and foolishly, he listens to the man boys over the man of maturity and stability, whom has had a wife of stability for many, many years. He is still struggling with his self-identity. He has had a choice to make: continue to be a man boy or choose to be a real man. He's too caught up in gender roles. He claims to be an alpha male, but does not understand what this fully entails. He's emotionally stunted from generational curses, you all. Watching his predecessors jump from woman to woman, leaving women in damage, he sees that there are issues which he refuses to accept within himself. He needs help. He needs counsel, spiritual counsel. He refuses to understand the role of the divine goddess. She is a necessity to his soul. His mind is imbalanced, and yet he refuses to accept help. He can do it all on his own, he thinks, because he is the alpha male. He leads not only himself, but every female he encounters down a path of destruction. And this is the story of the melanated man boy. He's often unsettled in his mind. A lot of times people think that this is male bashing, man bashing. I don't necessarily see it that way. This is something that is plaguing the melanated community, and maybe not just the melanated community. From what I've heard, a lot of different communities have, undergone many different scenarios where the divine feminine is disregarded and she's not revered. She's basically being kicked and thrown off of her throne. And I want to say to the ladies, continue to sit on your throne. This, you all, is how the 3D is affected by the spiritual realm, okay? For if we are not willing to clean up the demonic spirits within the spiritual realm, the effects are detrimental in 3D. Broken families plague the melanated community like wildfire. Now it is so normal to be a single mother. It is normal to mistrust the melanated female. Much like a pastime sport for melanated man boys, they get in an ego trip. And the ego trip is to boost their confidence by mistreating her. They laugh and joke about it to other man boys, all while unknowingly not knowing how dumb and immature he looks in the eyes of the divine goddess. The true facts are he was lucky to even be given a chance by her. She is that one opportunity that he will never get again, and because of his emotional immaturity and childish antics, he's too egotistical in the disgust of fake cockiness and arrogance to even see the truth in his reality. The universe was testing him, and he foolishly fumbled his own biggest blessing. He will purposely move on to the next feminine, telling her of the shortcomings of every female which he has experienced in the past, making himself seem like a victim in each situation once again. The cycle will repeat itself, and there will be many more broken relationships and damaged heart chakras until the melanated man boy is able to seek proper help, counsel, guidance, and truly heal himself. He is one of the greatest spiritual sabotagers of all, and he is called the man boy. And this is why they always say the African proverb that we've all heard, know thyself. A lot of man boys do not know themselves. They are stuck in an identity crisis. A lot of them are listening to other single guys that do not have a certain mindset to revere a wife or to lead a family. And you all, I've seen this happen, with people very close to me, where they have basically a wonderful, loving family, and they let other people get in their ear. They're jealous, they're envious, they don't have it, they want to ruin what you have, they don't want to see you happy, they don't want to see you successful in life, living the happy life with your wife, with your family, with your kids. And so therefore they start to plant little seeds in your ear, telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you should accept, what you shouldn't accept. But I say to you that you have to basically find a balance that works within your own relationship. And you all, I just want to speak on Derrick Jaxn just a little bit here, because here we have another melanated man in the community telling these females what they should or should not put up with, and yet and still he turned around and disrespected his wife on so many different levels while she was actually pregnant with his child, you all. And I don't know if it gets any lower than that. So you want the divine female to put up with all the antics, and then you want to go out here and critique women and tell them what they should or should not accept from men. But the same men that you're critiquing and criticizing, you're doing the same thing, and that is so hypocritical. And I want to say that I do not believe in making so much money by exploiting melanated women in their pain. This is what a lot of people are doing out here in the community. They're exploiting melanated pain, especially when it comes to females, and they're making a profit of it. And it's disgusting, because she bears the fruit of the world, and she is the mother of the earth and of the land, and she is supposed to be sitting upon her royal throne. She's not to be mistreated and taken advantage of. And the things that are going on out here is just sickening, and it's ridiculous, and it's very disheartening. And I just wanted to say that the likes of Derrick Jaxn, if you really paid attention to his demeanor, there was just something that did not sit right within his spirit. So I want to say to all my melanated queens out there, please use your sense of discernment. Listen to that inner voice. Listen to your instincts, because the divine creator put that in you for a reason. You have intuition. You're very intuitive. And so pay attention and never let a guy talk you out of your instincts, okay? Because they will be very persuasive and manipulative. If something doesn't feel right, you do not have to go along or believe any of their antics. And I just wanted to send that message out there, because I know that there are a lot of you who have been talked out of certain situations or talked into situations because he wants to manipulate and control, your life, your situation, your relationship, or whatever the case is. But always sit upon your throne, and those that are meant to be in your presence will come to you. Okay, you will call those energies that are meant to be in your life and around you. Okay, just wanted to say that because I know that Derrick Jaxn has given some very interesting advice, some useful advice, but yet and still, you all, and as I was saying, Derrick Jaxn is a human being just like the rest of us, just like Pastor Gray. So anyone that is supposedly a notable person or member of the community, just use your sense of discernment, ladies. Pay attention to your intuition. Don't get caught up in their their social status. That means nothing. What you want to pay attention to is the character, and pay attention to the energy and the vibe that you feel within your soul, your spirit. You know what I'm talking about. Your gut, that's in your stomach, your intuition, that female divine intuition. I want to just say shout out to the Melanated Kings out there. Thank you to the warriors who are doing what you're supposed to be doing for us. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for taking up for us. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for just supporting us. I want to say thank you to all those out there who have been a supporter of Brown Girls Are Beautiful, BGAB Clothing, anyone that's bought a hoodie, a shirt, any type of memorabilia, paraphernalia. Thank you so much, and thank you for supporting the channel. Everyone take care. Shout out to the princesses and the little princes out there. Continue to walk in your divinity. Everyone stay blessed. Until next time.